and great intensity and energy.
Here we go then, final match of today, match 24 between Japan and Chinese Taipei. Both teams out of the running to win their group, so this will decide third and fourth in Pool A, the pool of death. Here they come, Chinese Taipei going down 45-12 against Korea and 47-5 against Hong Kong. But scored a few tries in each game. Here's our Japanese side, this very young and youthful and inexperienced side. They've started blooding themselves for 2020. Jamie Henry there, been on the 7 Series last year, the World Series.
He's a bit out of nick, isn't he? It looks like he's still adjusting to the pace of the game as we see Chinese Taipei. Ho Huang, look out for them.
Referee Charlie Brown, the Irishman from Singapore, is in control.
Yes, Charlie Brown, appointed by Singapore Rugby Union as their full-time referee development officer back in July, the former school teacher. The Irishman got a big game on his hands tonight.
Everybody's misjudged that. It pops into the hands of the big man Chuang. He's a man I'd love to see on the hoof a bit more often.
Well, Chinese Taipei, certainly a different team. Hong Kong beat them 47-5 in the first match of the day, and then 45-12 South Korea. It'll be very interesting to see, because this is not the Japan team, Grant, that we're used to. And they had a win over Singapore, lost to Korea 36-5, which was a big upset. And then Hong Kong beat them 57-0.
Absolutely smoked them. Probably a record victory for Hong Kong over Japan.
I'd say you're probably right. We need to get our stats colleagues to have a look at that tonight when we get back to the hotel. This may be a closer game than usually we expect.
Well, we saw in Hong Kong, Japan struggled in the 5th and 6th playoff to beat Singapore 7-0. 1 try in it. Improvement from Singapore, but just a Japanese side that couldn't gel. And let's see what they can get going. Here's Jamie Henry, over halfway, puts the head down, locks horns.
Very intent on the bulldozer approach.
This is Minato Goto. Yamada decides to bring it back in field. Crabbing across the field, takes a bit of a swinging arm to the chest, but it wasn't high. Bounce pass pops into the hands of Naka. Chinese Taipei, no release there in the tackle. Got to be some daylight after you've made the tackle. So Japan side to side, but not really going anywhere yet. They're going to hoof it downtown. That might not make it to touch. It's going to bounce. Oh, that's good work from Huang. And what? Well, it's a strange call from the assistant referee there. He was in the air when he popped it back.
It looked like he'd got that, didn't it?
Looked good to me.
If we can get the replay, we might be able to see that in more detail. It was a hell of a kick. But it's Japan line out. 5 metres, 7 metres out.
Not straight, so perhaps a little bit of justice there for Chinese Taipei. There was no protest from Chinese Taipei players there.
That line out is a perfect example of what Japan has experienced today, Grant. The simple things are not working for them. You've got to win your own line out, particularly in that attacking position.
Here they come then, Chinese Taipei. They've got the courage to go coast to coast. It's one thing they're not short of, and that's courage, and they get a penalty, and away they come with the quick tap. This is good, confident, positive play by Chinese Taipei. Here goes Huang, scored a try against Hong Kong. Is Jamie Henry going to catch him? No, he's not. Oh, coming up on the inside was Ye, and he's just put that down. crucially, that could have been one of the tries of the day. Jamie Henry is down sore. What's he got? Went for the big swinging ankle tap and maybe hurt his hand.
I think his shoulder, hand, wrist, arm. He really did lunge, didn't he? Look at this. He reaches out.
Gets a boot in the chops, perhaps?
Or does he get a boot on the arm?
Right into the armpit, on the elbow. Oh, and he's maybe
I think the back of the heel, overextended on the back of the elbow. Here he's getting some attention. He's in a bit of pain. He got a decent knock on it. And the magic sponge seems to have done the work.
It's a miracle, isn't it?
It never ceases to amaze me, the power of the magic sponge. No matter which country we play this great game of ours, that magic sponge has a miracle. No, his arm's still not good. It's almost rubber-like. Off to the right of screen.
Bit of bravado, maybe. Doesn't want to go off.
Oh, good scrum.
Look at that from the big man of Chinese Taipei. Got some big boys in that front row as Japan now can't see them going 80 metres. I haven't seen any evidence that would suggest they could go 80 today, but the big man tries to bend down, but he's been a bit lazy on that, and there's a foot race getting back now. It's Chiang for Chinese Taipei, and it squirts out. Going straight to ground. It's one of those tough ones, isn't it, when you're chasing through when someone dives on it. And just as I said, Japan wouldn't go 80. They nearly did.
They nearly did. They almost made a muddies out of you. But it's closer than we thought, and that's exactly what's happening. These two, and a credit to Chinese Taipei, they know they've got a chance in this game. It's not the Japan that we normally see. And Henry still wobbling that arm a little bit. He doesn't appear to be 100% at all.
Straight in front of the posts, about 20 metres out. This is Toyota. He puts Jamie Henry into a space, and can he get that fin going? Looks like the right arm is okay now. And coming up on the inside was Toyota.
It's not okay. Have a look at Henry. That should be coming into screen now. He did that fend, and look at that. He's not happy at all.
His top league rugby coach management team will be watching this from Japan probably. He's got a week off from 15s, come out of retirement for the 7s, and he won't want to be getting hurt in his week off.
Well, Japan haven't scored many tries. See, have a look at this fend here now. And he goes down straight away. It's just out of camera as Toyota gets a try. He went straight to his arm.
Huang tries to pull his arm out of the socket.
And you watch if it stays. Yep, he goes straight to his arm. Well, it's one of the few tries we've seen from Japan today, Grant. Jamie, how unusual is that?
It's weird, isn't it? Henry's off now. See if the physio can get the sponge on it overnight to get him back in shape for tomorrow. But here come Japan. It's amazing what a try will do for a side. That's Saiki Uchida. Han, the Korean-born player, he throws out a sloppy old pass, and that's the end of the first half. 5-0. It's pretty tight here. Chinese Taipei in this all the way.
They are indeed, and they've got their tails up, and a credit to them. They're making a game of this. They know they've got a chance. Nice, cool playing conditions here. Players are loving it. Well, let's see in the huddle if we can get a shot of Henry, if he's getting any attention in that huddle, because that arm is definitely not 100%. They're keeping him on though, by the look of it. Now he's starting to get some attention, but no, thanks, it's all right.
Don't forget, tomorrow that we'll be back live on this very stream on YouTube, and we'll be switching over for the final 10 games, starting with the Men's Cup semi-finals. which will be local time, 1:05 p.m. Hong Kong, Korean local time. Switch over to rugbypass.com. If you don't have a subscription, get one for free. Get a trial 1 month, and crystal clear Super HD beaming into your eyes from anywhere around the world. It really is a great channel. Come down here though if you're in Korea. It's your big home tournament. It's only available, of course, 23 countries in Asia.
Excluding Japan, unfortunately, at this stage. But it is a magnificent service.
I've got Rugby Pass and I'm on there on my commute each morning. Here we go then, 5-0. And can Chinese Taipei cook something up here? Here goes Shi, he's away. He's going to go under the post, the big fella. Right down by the post, and with a conversion, Chinese Taipei could take the lead. And I even heard someone clapping there. Brilliant work.
Pinochet has really turned this game on its head after the break in the second half. Big, powerful run. And they get the conversion. So what an important score. You can see this little great ball from Ye, and a nice little wrap, and Hushay just went straight through the middle in the gap. It just opened
How about
the Ren
footwork?
Sea. Look at that, lovely. Shakes the tackle off. Ball in two hands, nicely done.
Jamie Henry is off the field for Japan. They're not risking it any further, as Japan now would almost be humiliated to lose to Chinese Taipei. But here they come, surging downfield. This is Minato Goto, but look at the desperation of this Chinese Taipei defence. They've never beaten Japan, and they're in this. If they quick tap and go, the Japanese have numbers. Can they work it to space? Just has to be a case of hands. And there's too much that's stretching the defence, and it's Kazuki Yamada that scores a bit of a face-saving try almost.
Yes, Yamada got the try under the post, and you could see it evolve, couldn't you? That Chinese Taipei defence, the three of them desperate to try and get across there along their own 22 line. Good comeback by Japan, as you would expect them to.
They're playing for their careers, and they've been given this chance, this big shot on the series to try and make a name for themselves.
Here it is.
Here he goes.
You can see there, Chan completely fooled, and that's made a little bit of a difference. 5 minutes to go.
But Japan now have a 5-point buffer, which they'll want to keep building on. They can't shut up shop yet. And there's an interesting little change in tactics from Chinese Taipei. All they need was a bounce, but it's been knocked on by Toyota. And interesting change of tactics there. Almost came off.
It was, wasn't it? You could see, I think it was Huang there with the ball out on the wing here. There wasn't a lot of room or space in this near touchline in front of us. But he tried it. You've got to give him points for creativity.
We should see a big shove here from Chinese Taipei. Very powerful front row, and they push through with it. Here they come now. Good change of direction. There's a slap around the chops. Charlie Brown keeps his arm down. Good tackle coming in from Toyota.
The recycling ball, well, Chinese Taipei.
They love this aggressive stuff. They love to run straight. This is Ho. Shows and goes. Puts on another bit of goose there. Coming across is Yamada and takes him down in a two-man tackle. There's some width there now. They've
Nice
got a
pop.
3-on-2. Here goes the big man. Chuang.
Oh, lovely ball.
Back inside to Ye Wei Ti, and that is a well-worked team try from about 50 metres out. Lovely stuff.
It was lovely stuff. Ye, particularly a lovely ball that he received from Chuang Po Yao, the big fella who's walking back with a water bottle. But
strutting back.
He's very happy with himself, and so he should be, because Ye Wei Ti is there trotting over the 22. A great reply by Chinese Taipei. They worked it up.
Look at this for a conversion when the heat is on. That's a great kick to take the lead back.
You can see here Huang Po Wei and then Wei Ti Ye, and lovely ball from the big fella Chuang that then hit Ye Wei Ti back on the inside.
Good soft hands, wasn't it?
Beautiful ball.
Yep. And what a magic conversion to take the lead back with 2 minutes remaining now and 2 points.
Yes, Huang's made a big little point on that difference now.
Jamie Henry's decided to get himself back on the field.
It's that magic sponge again.
The sponge has done the job. And here come Japan now. They've got a minute and a half to avoid what you might call a minor humiliation, no matter which team you're sending. And they've humiliated some sides of themselves in the recent 12 months, beating New Zealand at the Olympics in sevens, beating South Africa at the 15s. They know what it's all about.
Well, unfortunately, it's not that same team from the Rio Olympics, where they should have in some ways beaten Great Britain in the pool stages. They missed the conversion at the end of that game, but beating the All Blacks though was something else.
Amazing.
Chinese Taipei.
12 months of rugby for Japan.
Hard to believe that Rugby World Cup was only a year ago, a couple of days.
Yep.
And 3 years to Tokyo, Japan, 2019. And of course, Rugby Sevens is in the Tokyo Olympics the following year in 2020.
Exciting stuff for Japan and for Asian rugby in this series. More important than ever now as Huang goes up, and they're just going to have to hold on to this ball for the last 15 seconds for an historic victory over Japan. Can they do it? There's the ball. The hoot is about to go. Will they try and score? Will they tempt another score? Will they just try and run down the clock? This is Lin. There goes the big hooter, and they've turned it over. A last chance for Japan now. They're going to have to go 90 metres, and they've only seldomly showed the sort of form that'll get them, and they've knocked it on, and it's a historic victory to Chinese Taipei. And we were there, you were there, as Japan tries to develop this new generation. Have had a stumbling block, but hats off to Chinese Taipei.
Well, Huang Po Wei, Chuang Po Yao, take your hat off there, particularly Ye Wei Ti, the number 12. They all contributed. What a upset. I can't recall them beating Japan before at any level in recent memory.
That's incredible, really. And here we are at the end of day one. There's the table. South Korea impressive with the full 9 points, beating Hong Kong off for first spot in Pool A. And that was a great game at the end there. Meanwhile, in Pool B, China men have been undefeated once again, as they were in Hong Kong. Sri Lanka takes second spot. Malaysia and Singapore bringing up the rear. And the women's side of the draw, Japan, again, very impressive with 3 from 3. It'd be hard to knock them over. Hong Kong in second spot will go to the Cup semi-finals. Hong Kong will be up against China tomorrow. China with their 3 from 3, and Thailand coming in second spot. Guam and South Korea showing some good form, but they'll be battling it off. Guam with the 1 win yesterday. Good on them. So thank you for joining us today on day 1 of the second leg of the Asia Rugby 7 series. Hope you'll join us tomorrow for day 2 here at Incheon Namdong Stadium. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Grant. Some great rugby, and what a performance by Korea.
We'll leave you on that bombshell. Good night, everybody.